For the ladies, this is one type of man that you need to run from if he comes into your life, right? And it's the type of man who loves that you're an independent woman. Now, of course, respecting and appreciating what you're able to do for yourself, there's no problem with that. But you have to realize there's a little bit of a trick when men love that you're an independent woman. Because what he's essentially loving is the lesser amount of responsibilities that he'll have to take on. A lot of men love independent women because, well, that's less work, that's less responsibility. And the problem is there will come a time where you need to depend on your man. There will come a time where you need a man who is very responsible, very capable. And if you get with the type of man who loves the fact that you're independent so he doesn't have to be dependable, when that time comes, he will disappoint you. This is how some men manipulate women into accepting low quality situations or low value from them, right? And we call these men the neo men. This is what they do. Just like that song, Miss Independent, that's why I love her. They compliment you and make you feel validated about the fact that you're independent. Because it makes you feel proud. You're like, yay, I'm that independent woman. So now as the independent woman, he doesn't have to be as dependable since you're willing to do so many things by yourself. And here's the mental trick. Because you now love the idea of the title of being the independent woman, you will actually contribute unknowingly to his low levels of investment or effort. Also that you can be seen as the Miss Independent. So you do more things by yourself. And now the neo man doesn't have to.
You guys, welcome back to my channel. I've always had an issue with that song, Miss Independent. She pays all her bills on time. She don't need me for nothing. Especially in the Black community, because when a man says that to you, that means it's because he's not willing or capable of taking care of you in the way in which you want him to. He's not a provider. He doesn't have a provider mentality. And, so instead of you going out and finding another man that could do those things for you, the things that really do matter, he'd rather you just be independent and get a job, instead of just replacing him, because he can't put you in a luxury apartment. He can't put you in a luxury apartment that has a washer and dryer. He can't put you in a luxury apartment that has a gym. He can't put you in that suburban area. He can't. He can't show the property manager that he makes more than $4,000 a month on his stubs. He can't do that because one, he's a scammer or he's doing some illegal stuff. Or two, he's working a mediocre, low income corporate job, and he just can't do that. He can't take care of you. He's not Big Huncha. He's not Lil Baby. He's not Rick Ross. He's not that tech guy. He can't afford the big bills that matter. He can't afford your car payments. He can't afford that $2,000 apartment. He just can't afford it. So he tells you to get a job. So he praises you for being so independent. So you don't make him feel obligated to do the things that he's supposed to do as a man that's being intimate with you, right? So it's like, yeah, you're like, yeah, girl, I'm independent. My man loves it. I'm independent. He loves that because you don't have to depend on him. So now he's saving all his coins for the girl that he really wants to provide for. That girl is going to demand it on first day, first rip. And he's going to give that girl everything that you was just like, oh, I'm independent. I don't need his money. I don't need his shopping money. I don't need no man. I'm better than all these girls. And then when he leaves you, he gives her the 6 carats. He gives her the 3-bedroom house. He gives her the shopping sprees. Why? Because she demanded. And he was, and he knew he found the girl that was his dream girl, right? So that's all it is, right? Don't settle for these guys. Don't go for guys that are just like, oh, I like independent. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't be independent. Yes, you should have your own, but you also want a man that wants to provide for you, that wants to add on to your life, that wants to change your life for the better. And if that man can't upgrade your life and all he can do is give you some petty cash, baby girl, don't even give him the time of the day. Men like that are just good for one thing, and that's just intercourse. Nothing less, nothing more. That's all they're good for. That's the only thing they have time for. So ignore those guys, you know, especially the guys in your 20s. You don't want to deal with them. They can't do much for you. They're still trying to figure out their lives themselves. And if they are taking care of someone, it's their family. So, and it's always going to be their family because they are not a man that can stand on their 2 feet. They can't think for themselves. So anytime their sister call, their mother call, they're going to jump to them to fix the problem. When it comes to you, no, they're gonna think twice. That's when they're gonna be selfish. So learn to put yourself first, just like these men, and don't feel bad about it. Do what's best for you, and don't ever jeopardize that because of love or lust. Choose a man that loves you, and yeah, you can love him back, but choose a man that loves you and shows that he loves you. And he's going to show that in protection and providing for you. And he's going to care about the things that really matter. So stop dealing with these guys that cheer you on when you're independent and you're working 2 jobs just to take care of yourself, and they're still cheering you on. I dealt with guys like that. And, you know, I used to be like, yeah, I'm independent, like, da-da-da-da-da. And they will cheer you on, like, yeah, girl, you're making all this money, da-da-da-da. You a big girl. You know, you a big boss. And it's just like, they're just hyping you up so they don't feel like they have to do anything for you. We don't deal with those guys in 2024. We're going to leave them behind. You know, they're only good for one thing. So if you want that one thing, then you can use them for that, right? But other than that, they don't need to be exclusive. They don't need to be seen with you. And that's all, you know. Bye, y'all.